This is Bartlett, Texas. This week, I'm here to check out the National Bank of Bartlett, which has now been converted into a place that you can stay. So, let's go inside and check this out.
Let's check out this Airbnb. Man, this is insane. There is so much history in this space. This is the original bank door. This was the Bartlett National Bank until like the 1930s. Let's get started here. This is an original adding machine from when the bank was open. Back in the day when you bought one of these, they didn't have cardboard boxes back then, so this would be equivalent to the cardboard box. It is brand new in box, and it's wild, you know, that it's on display. You're gonna see a few things in here that are authentic to the days that this was a bank, and you're like, why is that here in an Airbnb? Like, aren't you worried about people ruining it? This being one of them. Let's talk about the tiled floor. This is all original tiled floor. None of that was changed. Here we have a safe. Not been able to open it. You can test it out, try. They don't know what's in here. This was the front foyer of the bank. This is where people would line up to get their money. They've now converted this into a living room. This place does sleep 7, the couch being a one-person sort of bed situation. The owner of this property didn't want to change anything, so there is a lot of marble in this bank. She had basically said, you know, it doesn't really match the floor, but back in the day, if you had marble in your bank, it showed a sense of trust that, like, you know, marble's expensive. Your money is safe here at this bank. We are stable. Coming around to this whole front facade of where people would actually come to the teller and get their money out. Between the time that it was abandoned in the 90s before the new owners took it over, Hollywood came in and they shot the movie Newton Boys here with Matthew McConaughey. They actually built this, so this is all Hollywood built. This was originally the set of the movie. The owners then bought this, popped this in. This is from the same time period that this bank was here, like 1904. So this is not original to this space, but it is exactly how the bank would have looked. The owners rebuilt this place based off of photos. What they got was that there was originally 3 teller spaces here. So there's one there, there's one here, and then there's one here. So that is authentic as well. The authenticity that they put into this, I love that about people. You know, when they take something over, they could easily modernize it and throw in new age styles, but I think it's so important for those people to be around because this is what it actually looked like. This is pretty cool. You might be wondering, like, why didn't they repaint this section? So when they were renovating this was exposed and it actually revealed the original color of the bank. It just so happened that they already painted this and it almost matched the original colors, which is pretty cool. The ceilings in here, all original. It is a tin ceiling. Coming around here, they have converted where the bookkeepers and the tellers would have been to the kitchen. This is sort of like the renovated style. Where you would have taken money out originally is now a sink. They've done such a good job, man. When I was getting the tour from the owner, the whole time I had a smile on my face thinking, you're so cool. Coming in here, this is an original vault, and they believe that this is where the money was. When they got this place, this was actually locked. Similar to the movies, they actually had to go in and like twist it until they heard a click until they eventually got it open. When they got it open, they found these doors, which are original to the bank, and those windows up there. Throughout this Airbnb, there's a lot of cool, like authentic artifacts from the original bank. This is some movie money from the movie Newton Boys. So yeah, this is one of the vaults, which is now, I guess, a pantry for the kitchen. The owners actually removed the locking mechanism. You know, they do get some families with kids. They don't want anyone to accidentally get locked into an old vault. So all the vaults have been safe-proof, will permanently now open, they won't lock. Who would have thought, you know, I bet you back in the day, if you were there to say like, hey, one day there will be things to make coffee in that vault, no longer money. They would be like, what? Are you serious? Coming through these doors is the dining area, which originally would have just been desks for bank employees. Each guest, when they stay here, gets complimentary wine they made themselves. So their wine is called Bank Heist, and they were kind enough to say that I could take some. So I'll grab some of those after. This right here is another vault. This would have been back of house. Inside of here would have most likely been where they kept all the bank notes. What is really cool about this vault, they actually put in real pennies on the floor, and instead of tile, it's now authentic. It's like money. It is a pennied floor. Coming through here is where the first bedroom is. This is not the master, surprisingly, but this is where a bed is. You can sleep 2 in here. This bathroom was added. When I got this tour from the owner, she basically said there was no bathroom in here, in the entire building. And so I said, like, you know, as a guy that likes to use the bathroom, where did the employees used to go? She said they actually had to go all the way home, drop a dirty, and then come back to work. Could you imagine? Imagine how many wasted hours with employees now? Like, this bathroom, super cool story. This bathtub was actually salvaged from the Calvert Hotel, which is currently being renovated in town. It is haunted apparently as well. That hotel is back from like the mid 1800s. It is super, super old. So you know those ghosts are like authentic, you know? If you are staying here a little bit longer, they have added in a washer dryer. So this right here, it's not from this bank, but it is from the same time period. This is like in a safety deposit box. They actually picked up from, I guess, an antique market, put it in just for added experience, but that is not from the actual bank time period. That is the whole downstairs. This is the original steps. They did get these back. They've installed them back again, but this is the second bedroom. There's a single twin bed in here. I pulled in here and I had two guys slowly drive by looking at me. This town is small town Texas. Everybody knows everybody. I don't mean that in any way. Like they are, I haven't had any good or bad experience. The owner of this property is super nice. So this room would have been where the bank manager was. These windows open. They've since locked them because again, they are low to the ground. If kids were here, they don't want anything bad happening. So they've locked those so they don't open anymore. But bank manager was up here. Back in the day when this was actually a bank, they printed their own money. The United States government would basically say, hey, you have the right to print $2,000. They would then print that here and store it in this vault. They now have actually blocked this off. This is where the Airbnb supplies are, like the fresh towels. This was the vault for all of the printed money that was in this space. If this place was robbed, it is very far for the robbers to come up, go into there. There's enough time for the bank manager to pull out his gun, go to this window and like pop, 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 you know? That's honestly what she said. Coming into here, very low ceilings. Yes, you're right. This is considered the master bedroom. They added in this bathroom as well. Back in the day when this was the National Bank of Bartlett, this was open similar to the front. This was right down to the bottom floor. When it was taken over in the 90s, they added in this second floor and I guess they used it for storage. Yeah, original tin ceiling. When they shot Newton Boys with Matthew McConaughey, they actually installed a light right here. This right here is where Matthew McConaughey was in the scene. This is the second bathroom of the property. It is up top. It is an ensuite to the master. A little bit lower ceilings. If you're anything over, I guess, 6'2", you'll have to duck in here. This is just a closet. God, there was so much I just went through. I just like, blah, blah, blah. When I saw this on Airbnb, I'm like, 100%, I really hope they let me tour this just because of its unique vibe about it. The fact that it's a real, or was a real national bank back in the day. And I'm telling you, like, when you think of Texas, parts of it being like Southern and cowboys and dusty roads and tumbleweed and stuff like that, this town is probably the closest to it, okay? It is very much still sort of like that energy. This is downtown, nobody out here. You could still totally see it. Like, this is where the cowboys would have gone through. It is oddly wide for a street. They've got the original brick road in here. These storefronts, a lot of them are being converted. A lot of them are closed or like abandoned. It is 40 minutes from Waco, just over an hour from Austin, Texas. This Airbnb is absolutely open to stay. I'll have the details in the description. This is their accounts here, so you could find their info there as well. It does sleep 7. Big space. Like for 7 people, you will have a lot of space, mainly because this whole open area, right? There you guys have it. The Bartlett National Bank Airbnb in Bartlett, Texas. Big thank you to the owner for allowing me to check this place out, and catch you guys in the next one. See you guys later.
If you guys enjoyed this tour, be sure to check out the Dome House that I explored last week. Thanks so much for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe for more fun videos, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.